The Mechee from the Midwest podcast. Week 5 is almost coming to an end. We have one more game tonight, the Monday Night Football game. I'll get into that in a minute. I just want to go over the results of all the rest of the games. My team finally got a win. That's a relief. I know y'all looking at me like, oh, y'all just won it for it. I don't care. A win is a win. We finally in the winning column. That's all that matters. We will build off this. I promise you. But let's get into this results from the week so far. Thursday night football game, we had the 49ers versus the Rams. 49ers pulled it off in overtime. The Rams in the fourth quarter took 2 plays to get down the field, and instead of on 4th and 1, instead of kicking a field goal, McVay decided, hey, we're going to try to keep running it up the middle as if the 49ers defense is not legit, with Fred Warner standing right in the middle, and it cost them the game. They tried to hand it off to Kyron Williams up the middle. He got smacked, laid down. Cost me another $300. I won $200 because Puka Nacua got the final catch. But if they would have pushed it, and if they would have been able to play this game out, of Puka Nacua would have got 15 more yards, I think I'd have won an additional $300. But enough on me. McVay got to know, like, with divisional games, man, you got to take the points. Take the field goal. Y'all got 2 minutes. That just tells me you didn't believe in your defense to stop the Rams. And, to stop the 49ers, because Mac Jones is looking real good out there. But the 49ers pulled off the win. Salute to them for that Thursday night victory. The match that went over in, I want to say in Ireland, the Vikings versus the Browns. The Browns was winning this game. This is the debut of the rookie Dylan Gabriel. He was keeping them in the game. To me, like, he had 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 10-yard touchdown. I want to say a 5-yard touchdown. He played his game, but it was just like dink and doink shots. It wasn't like no massive, like, big gains or anything like that. He did make a nice throw to Njoku, which was solid. But I believe in that fourth quarter, he disappeared. The defense Vikings started putting more pressure on him and was able to contain him. And the Vikings was able to march down on the Browns defense and get a game-winning touchdown by Jordan Addison. Now, Jordan Addison was not able to play in the first half. I think they said he missed some meeting or something, and they sat him for like the first half. So he came in the clutch time and got some catches and was able to pull out the win. So Vikings go 2-0 over in Ireland. Wait, 2-0? I think they won the last game, 2-0. Next, we had the Cowboys versus the Jets. The Jets are now the only winningless team. They are 0-5 now. The Cowboys pulled off the win on the road, 37-22. Dak had a solid game. George Pickens balled out. The run game with Javonte Williams that came over for Denver Broncos. He had 130 total yards with 2 touchdowns. Cowboys pull it off on the road. Next, we had the Giants versus the Saints. This was the second game for Jackson Dart. Second game for Jackson Dart to come through as the starter, and he showed his ass. He had 2 touchdowns to start the game off first half. He danced and having fun. The Saints said, look, we tired of losing. We're not going to be 0-5. Put pressure on them boys. They picked Dart off, I want to say 2 or 3 times. They took one back to the house, and they just played solid defense, man, and they pulled off the win at home to get their first victory as well, 26-14. The Raiders and the Colts, oh my God, the Raiders look like cowboy shit. The Colts had 40 points on these dudes. The Raiders had 2 field goals. They had the nerve. I want to say it was like 30-3. Them boys decided to kick a field goal. 6 points, like, come on, man. Y'all got to go for it. At this point, I'm not going to kick no field goal if I'm down 30. What is 3 going to do? Not a damn thing, but it still makes the score look horrible. Jonathan Taylor had 2 touchdowns. Daniel Jones had 200-plus yards. I thought he threw for 2 touchdowns. I think he threw one to Pittman. And I can't remember who else he threw. Oh, Warren, the rookie sensation, the tight end. Colts look good, man. They improved to 4-1. The Raiders look horrible. Geno Smith threw about 3 interceptions right on time. Hopefully he plays the same way next week, because that's who we got next on the menu, on the lineup. Dolphins, the Panthers. Dolphins was doing good this game, and they let go. Carolina stood around and got their second victory of the year, 27-24. The Broncos pull off the upset on the defending champions Philadelphia Eagles, 21-17. Um, Jalen Hurts had a solid game to start the half off. They were throwing the ball, they was running the ball. Second half, they didn't do too much handing off to Barkley. They went up like 10, I want to say 10 points. And the Broncos defense just started putting it on Jalen Hurts. They was every time he tried to throw the ball, they was laying him out, putting pressure on him, forcing him to make bad throws, and they pulled off the win to beat the defending champs. Texans make a blowout, put a blowout, a beating on the Ravens. The Ravens look horrible. They looking like the worst team right now. Derrick Henry had like 30 yards rushing. Um, they couldn't do anything out there. Cooper Rush would try to make something out of nothing, but he couldn't get the ball to Zay Flowers too much or Mark Andrews. They got a couple of catches, but it was in garbage time. They were only still able to put up 10 points. Texans pull off the road win, 44-10. One of the games of the week was the Buccaneers versus the Seahawks. Back and forth game. The Buccaneers pulled it off at the end with a field goal, 38-35. The Lions went against the Cincinnati Bengals. I thought they was going to be able to put 50 up on the Bengals, but the Bengals defense somewhat played okay the second half to try to make it a comeback, but they fell short to the Detroit Lions, 37-24. Commanders walking back Jaden Daniels on the road against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. The offensive line was not holding up for Herbert too much this game, and it showed Redskins, Commanders were able to put pressure on Herbert and put him in some bad positions to throw the ball. The Commanders pull off the win on the road. Deebo Samuels looked good. Jaden Daniels looked good. Welcome back to Jaden Daniels. They pull off the win on the road, 27-10. Next was the game I wish I would have stayed up for. The Patriots on the road versus the Buffalo Bills. This was a back and forth game. It started off as a field goal bowl. I think it was 6-3 at the first half. Then they started getting a couple of touchdowns in. The the Patriots was able to get about 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions, so 4 turnovers on the Buffalo Bills, right in the red zone area and in the middle of the field. Patriots held it down. They finally able to beat the last undefeated team in the league, the Buffalo Bills, on the road. Shocking, 23-20. I don't think anybody's seen the Patriots winning on the road. The Buffalo got exposed, man. They show their defense not as good as most people thought. You're not going to be able to rely on Josh Allen and James Cook for too much. The receivers got to catch the ball. I seen Coleman had one. He fumbled the ball. James Cook, I want to say, fumbled the ball. It was a lot of fumbles this game, man, but the Patriots pull off the win 23-20. Last game before I get into the Monday night game, my Tennessee Titans finally pulled off a win. This was a very ugly game. The first half, we were down 21-3. I think they had 21 in the first quarter just about. Once they went up 21-3, I was like, you know what? I'm a fan. I'm going to throw my jersey on. Literally at halftime, I jumped in shot, put my jersey on, and a little bit into the third quarter, it was 21-3 still. We got a field goal that moved it to 21-6. And in my head, I'm like, you know what? We could, if we really just scored 2 times, we could get back in this game. 2 or 3 times, we're back in the game. Scored a touchdown, and we missed the field goal. So I'm like, damn, now it's 12-21. How the hell are we going to – now we need 2 scores. Next thing you know, the backup running back, literally on his first play in the game, comes in for the Cardinals and tries to run it into the touchdown, 74 yards. He rolls the ball, drops the ball right at the end zone, and it goes flowing into the back. Touchback, the ball back to Tennessee. We struck on that one, got to, I want to say Tony Pollard ran it in. Next thing you know, we're down 19-21. So now we really got a chance. Kyler Murray couldn't move the ball. He had a little foot injury, but he decided to come back in the game instead of letting Jacoby Brissett play. I think that was a bad idea. We seen the injury, so Simmons putting pressure, Arden Key putting pressure. The defensive line started putting pressure on the quarterback, and we were able to get the ball back. In the key moment, Cam Ward, Killer Cam, came through with some big plays to Calvin Ridley, 2 big plays. One in the middle of the field and one to the sideline that got us all the way down to the 10. And finally, Joey Slye was able to kick a field goal when it really mattered the most. He barely made it, but we got the job done. kicked the field goal, and we won the game 22-21. That is a big relief as a Titans fan. It looked like we was going to be on 5, but we held it down, not allowing them to score another point in the second half. The defense looked solid. We got to find a way to continue to put pressure on the quarterback. If we do that and cause turnovers and get them off the field on third quarter, we can ball out. Only thing is on the offense, Calvin really did show up, but we need somebody else to show up. Oh, I did forget the other play was before all that happened. Tyler Lockett was the one that actually scored a touchdown. Cam Ward threw an interception. The safety or cornerback that came down with it tried to, I guess, get up and run, and he dropped the ball. And one of the other Arizona Cardinals defenders tried to pick up the ball, and it rolled right into the end zone. Tyler Lockett out of nowhere jumped on the ball, got his first touchdown of the season. So we had two big plays. Like I said, we'll take it. We'll take the win. We got the Raiders next. I'll get into that for next week. But Thursday night, y'all look. Well, Friday morning, y'all look forward to the Week 6 predictions for the week of the NFL. That's all I got for y'all this week, man. Tighten up. We finally got us a win. Hopefully, we get a couple more this season to show that we can compete in this division. Like, share, and subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast for your NFL updates on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and also the audio on Spotify.